foreignfilmcast.com 32. I'm Jonathan, again here with Trace and Paul. Today we have a special guest.
Hi, I'm Maddie. I'm excited for this.
This is somebody with a more youthful perspective and likely more X-Men experience. I did ask her, had you seen all the X-Men movies, and her response was?
Trying to get there. My boyfriend's letting me watch them with him and kind of explaining it for me.
Shout out to Esteban.
Yeah.
So Esteban dragging the girl, kicking and screaming, but she's the one shouting the Wolverine tonight. So I thought I was the only one who hadn't seen all the X-Men movies. Have you?
Yeah.
Paul has as well.
I've seen
because they go as a duo.
I saw my last one in London, actually.
Today, we're again fudging the foreignfilmcast.com. Not many will think of a Marvel mutant movie as a foreign flick, but this one, set in Canada and Japan, with most of the shooting done in Australia, with some Japanese footage as well. The movie, of course, stars Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. It's his sixth movie in which he features the comic book character. I think this is a runner-up to Christopher Reeve, who did 4 Superman movies. Our director is James Mangold. This is his first comic book movie. He's known for movies like Walk the Line, Girl Interrupted, as well as the remake of 3:10 to Yuma. He's previously directed Jackman and Kate and Leopold. What'd you think?
I really like this movie, and I'm not really into action movies, so I really love the action.
So it was the
in all
love
this.
story that got you.
Oh, of course. Just no. I'm not really like into the love story, but it was good. Just a couple cheesy one-liners that were kind of
cheesy.
Yeah, there were cheesy ones.
Cliche, too.
Yeah.
I like the hip
Script.
replacement. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Yeah,
We'll get into that.
spoiler.
We'll get into that. What'd you think?
Have to give it a 3 out of 5. It was It was cheesy, cliche. I did like the special effects. The story was nothing spectacular, nothing special, but I'd give it a thumbs up.
Paul?
Yeah, it was a decent story. I liked it. It was cliched, but it was good. I give it a 3 or 4. Somewhere.
I read the 80s Wolverine trade paperback written by Frank Miller and drawn by Chris Claremont. Within the fuzzy memories of nostalgia, this was a great experience. I was interested in seeing this movie. I liked the Nolan Batman movies, which were highly influenced also by Frank Miller. So I didn't have Nolan level hopes, but I had hopes. I have not been a faithful follower of the X-Men movies. I saw the first one, maybe the second one. No First Class, no X3, no Wolverine.
Wolverine was better, don't you think? I lied.
I wish Nolan had directed this one. Even so, I generally liked it. I've already heard a couple other discussions through other podcasts. I agree with a lot of what I heard. The biggest disappointment for me was near the end, where it becomes more of a comic book movie and less the story of an individual guy who just happens to have superpowers. So let's go to spoilers now. To start off the spoilers, I wanted to bring up some of my favorite comedic scenes. Number one, they're scanning him when he first gets to Japan, the big kind of hacienda. They're scanning for metal. He's going up right and left. He's like, yeah, hip replacement. The other scene I really liked was we're going to take a bath.
That was hilarious.
I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
probably the only one laughing in the theater.
I was laughing. I love that part. That was hilarious.
Favorite action scene for me? Bullet Train. That's
Really?
pretty awesome to me.
That was a really cool scene.
Because we've seen this scene so many times. James Bond, it seems like a very
like
common
it.
scene.
I thought it was like really cool. It was everything actiony. He was angry. He was just all into it, and he's just, I'm gonna fight these people. But it was really funny because it was as if nobody ever heard it. Nobody thought, oh, there's claws coming through the roof. Nobody even noticed that.
You seen the recent James Bond?
Yeah,
Seen
yeah,
them? They
yeah.
also had a train scene. It's been done before. 2 things for me. Number one, it's a faster scene because
Yeah.
you got this bullet train. Then they add the element of they got these overarching
Pillars, yeah.
structures. Every once in a while they gotta jump. That made it a lot better.
That's
Yeah,
not,
interesting.
dude, that is so not original.
It was
but
also in
whatever.
Mission Impossible.
It was
the first
exactly
There you
Tom
go.
Cruise, Mission Impossible.
Was that one better?
Yes.
Really?
I thought kind of like that
Mission
one better.
Impossible.
Okay, I'll check that out.
Tons better. My favorite
Better.
action scene has to be, I like the fight scene with a robot towards the end.
It's not a-
See, that's
my
where the movie fell apart for
God!
me. I liked the movie until this point, and then you go into comic book. Who doesn't like the teaser?
Esteban freaked out when he told me about that. He's like, oh my gosh, because he's a diehard Wolverine fan. He's seen all of them, and so he's just like, oh my gosh. He's like everybody in the,
So he's
in
ready.
the theater. Yeah,
He's ready to see
he's
the,
so ready.
For story building, I really liked the opening. I thought that was strong. I liked seeing him in that
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Japan, World War II. That was pretty sweet. And then the next couple scenes where he's in the wilderness and he wakes up with his radio playing. I dug that stuff. In my memory, that was faithful to the original Frank Miller story stuff.
Yeah.
For me, it fell apart starting at the robot.
Oh,
We gotta
love
disagree about
that.
something.
That was the
Paul-
sci-fi.
The robot scene was okay because he had that
Get in there.
adamantium stuff. It was kind of fun. Yeah, I like the scene where I don't know why he's not avoiding these arrows that are shot at him, but he just keeps on going with the arrows.
It's confident. It's only a confident man would just
Obviously.
keep marching.
Yeah.
You're the only two that have seen all the Hugh Jackman Wolverine appearances. How does this one rank? There's 6. Where would you place it in the pantheon?
I'd say
Tie
third,
for what?
but right now I think first would be the prequel Wolverine, and then second is X-Men 3.
Do you like the previous Wolverine solo movie better?
Yeah.
Yes.
Interesting. I haven't seen it, but everything I read said that
was-
one was sucka.
It was
So,
good.
Maybe
yeah.
because the purists probably didn't like it, but
It was so.
it was good. I
The
liked
special effects, the sound, the
I like the story.
action. Yeah, the story. It was action
But
packed
then
from
again,
beginning to end.
I don't know the comic book story.
Number one. All right, Mads and I have catching up to do.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've seen like bits and pieces of them. In the beginning, the newest Wolverine, I understood it because I was like, oh, I know that girl. Like, I've seen the part where one of the movies he actually killed her. I was like, oh, I know where that's from. So I understood that, and then toward the end, I had to ask some questions.
Why don't we get Mads on comic book movies in general? Have you seen most of the last few years?
Yeah, I love watching all. I watch like the Batman movies. I haven't seen the Superman movie, like the Man of Steel.
Okay.
I haven't seen that one yet.
You've seen
but-
Avengers.
Yes,
You've seen all the pre-Avengers
mhm.
Marvel stuff.
Yep.
What are your top few?
The top are definitely Batman and Iron Man. Batman's my complete favorite. Saw all three of them. I have all three of them on DVD. Seen them so many times. The Iron Man, on my way here from North Carolina on the plane, I was the only one watching Iron Man 3. I kind of felt like a nerd, but I don't care because it was a really awesome movie.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah.
I like the Batmans a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Marvel has a totally different vibe. Of the Marvels, I think Iron Man 1 probably is my fave. Avengers was also pretty strong. Of the old stuff, old school Superman.
That's my favorite.
Old school Superman 1.
Finally, we agree on something.
Old school Superman, no. Talking about now. I love the Christopher Nolan Batman movies.
Yeah.
I think those are the top, but the Marvel, I don't like many of the recent ones that come. Thor is pretty good.
Come on, man,
Iron
Green
Man's pretty
Lantern?
good. That was okay. But I like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies.
Yes, I'm
The first
only
two
one.
especially.
Oh yeah.
I like them a lot. And then I also like Wolverine.
I like Captain America.
You're
Yeah,
right.
that was good.
I actually like the new Spider-Man, but I hadn't seen the Tobies, so I can't compare.
We
God,
So-
I'm like the only one in my friends group that likes the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. I've never seen the new Spider-Man. I refuse to see the new Spider-Man because of how much I love the Tobey Maguire one.
Let's sum it up. Recommendation. Is this for everyone? Is this for someone? Is it for no
thumbs
one?
up, everybody.
So it should be for everybody. You've seen the previous movies. That way you can understand the ending and the
Yeah, you can't see it out of turn.
Yeah.
You won't get it.
I think this is not up there with the Batmans, but I think a girl dragged along with a boyfriend on this one won't be too bad because the first 2/3 have a lot of human story. It's less comic booky.
Well, I agree about the less comic booky part, and I think most people would like it. Of course, the older people probably, 60s probably not into it. But
If you're old.
yeah, we're
Thank you.
getting there too. So.
Thank you, Paul. Foreignfilmcast@gmail.com.
Trey700 at AOL.
MadisonV1 at gmail.com.
Master Paul FF at Gmail.
Signing off.
Woo!